I'm saying, how they gonna show us that thing we can't pick up? So I'm picking up.
Tupac was an extraordinarily compassionate man. One of the interesting tensions between him, not simply the real thug nigga versus the politicized figure, it was also the world-beating superstar versus the kind of guy who was compassionate about everyday people.
We were in Washington. We were on an East Coast run from Atlanta to New York on his first record doing a promotional tour. We were in the car coming from a grammar school when we saw on the television a young girl had been mauled by a pit bull and had been rushed to the hospital. We were on our way to the airport on our way to New York. He made us turn the car around. We went to the hospital. He did not know these people. We met her parents in the waiting room, her mother. And he told them he just came to lend his support. But there was no press around that. No one said anything about it. No one paid any attention. But yeah, and I believe they still, until his death, he still had a relationship with that young girl and her family. There were charitable things that he was interested in, primarily education for kids, helping minority children, building self-confidence. He had a real affinity, especially to children who had parents who were drug addicted, or who had parents that were incarcerated. He wanted to be able to set up something that was going to help those children, but he wanted to do it quietly. He didn't want to look like he was trying to sell records.
Pac was a magnet for the lost souls in the world, and you know what I mean? Lost souls always came to Pac in different walks of life, different forms and everything, but you know what I mean? He was always into helping the young niggas, the youth, the young niggas, younger than him. You know what I mean? Giving them a chance to do something. Y'all want to rap, get up off the street, come on.
You got a gun, you got a gun,
I feel you. Imagine being a young cat in high school. You know, you got a record out, and it's a cool record, and then you got like the hottest rapper in the world telling you, like, he gonna do the video for you, and you going to school telling your friends that. I mean, people couldn't believe me. And then just working with him was like, I mean, it was a experience that even now I think about, like, man, why was I so blessed? Like, all my family came out here to LA. He stayed out here, and, you know, he had everything set out for us. And there's a lot of people from that video that's no longer here. So, like, you know, I remember that day, and I remember just all those people that not here no more being there, and we were just all really happy. I worked with him in the studio, and he was just like, straight business. Get in there, do the job, we can kick it later. And as far as when we did the video, it was the same type of thing, you know? He knew what he wanted, and he went after it. All right, do this, do that, trust me, I got you. Man, and I did it, and it was like, to date, one of my best videos. And it goes like this. My name Mac Mall, man. Hey, you know what house it was? Just chilling. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Over here in this area is like where we shot the video, Ghetto Thing. You know, we had like big trucks all out here. You see, it's like a just regular neighborhood. I got a picture where two cats, you know, Pac and Stretch, hold me, like giving me hugs. You know, I'm in the middle and they ain't even here. And I know probably some folks from out here.
Homies that was in the video, they're not even there. They're not even there no more. A lot of them dead in jail, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can't get no 9 to 5, so on the streets he gotta strive and do what he gotta do to get his money on some trip. When you see him with the secular phone.
In 1993, Tupac gave an interview in which he criticized the private lives of influential African Americans. Among those attacked was Quincy Jones.
When I first saw the first attack that he made on the family, I said, okay, he's a loose cannon. I've known hundreds of those, or thousands of those.
In the Source article, he said, niggas like Quincy Jones insisting on sticking their dick in white women and making fucked up mixed families, and we need one generation of niggas with niggas and all this stuff. His point was that black people have to make one generation of just black people, you know, to strengthen the blood and the unity and whatever. And obviously, I don't believe that. I can't.
My daughter wrote a letter to him after that. I mean, my family was furious, and they really were. because Tupac doesn't know me. He had never even laid his eyes on me. And he was making a lot of judgments about a lot of things.
I said in my letter, I said, you know, how could you even criticize his personal life when, if it weren't for people like him, you wouldn't even be here? And where are you going to be in 10 years? Dead, in jail?
I think the same week that he wrote back to apologize, Rashida's article was in there, and 2 white girls from San Francisco said, "Hey, Pac, remember us?" So, oh yeah, forgot about that.
So he read the letter, and then he went up to Kidada at a party thinking she was Rashida. And how his relationship with Kidada started is because he kept following her around, trying to say, "I want to respond to the letter that you got, and I didn't mean any harm." And finally, she's wondering, what the heck is he following around for? And it dawns on her that he's mistaken her for Rashida. And that's how their relationship actually began.
I was dropping Rashida off at Jerry's, and at that time, I had heard that he was circling the field on Kidada now. You know, he had a thing for Kidada. And so Rashida went in, and she sat in the booth, and I was in the booth behind, and I leaned over the booth. It was probably a good thing that Tupac wasn't packing that night. Probably got blown away. And I went over the top of the booth and put my hands down on his shoulders like, "Tupac!" He turned green, you know. I said, "I got to talk to you for a few. We need to kick it over here in the corner." And I took him over in the other side of that Jerry's, and we talked straight up, you know. I said, I understand where your head is, you know, but don't come at me like that, you know. We don't deserve it, and I don't think that's what you really mean.
He grew to love Quincy and have a tremendous amount of respect for him, not just as who he is in the entertainment business, but who he is as a man and a father.
Massively, heavily, why so many catastrophes?
I've seen guys speak to women with this much respect, and I deplore that. My mother is just totally, I grew up, my mother raised me, so I have this much respect for women, and I fight often because of that. And it gives me a lot of friends. I mean, I get a lot of friends, but I get a lot of friends because I have respect for women, ultra respect for women. But then, like, I was liking this girl in Tam, and I'm extra nice, you know, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, "Oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best." And she told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't work because I was too nice. That was the ultimate stab in the back. So I went through a week of just going, forget it, I'm just gonna be like them. Because they seem to get the girls, and they call girls the B word.
Bitches ain't shit.
We don't love them hoes.
And it's like that. I feel as though it really ain't as big as everybody make it, you know? Even the females know it's bitches. Females don't even hang with females, you know what I'm saying? So why would they expect a nigga to understand something they don't understand? You know what I'm saying? That's one. 2 is that these bitches is like boss. She out there handling her business. She ain't saying, "Why you call me bitch?" She clowning, you know, and that's what you do. That's how you show and prove. But no nigga gonna fuck with her. If you call yourself a bitch, who can call you a bitch?
He treated me with respect. He had no choice. I demand that from him and any other man or woman or whoever, you know. That's just me. No, I mean, you know, what he referred to women as is what the women that, a lot of them that he dealt with, you know. If that's how they were, that's what he addressed them as, you know. In my music, I do the same thing, you know. Sometimes I consider myself as a bitch because I can be a real bitch at times, you know. But I'm always a woman, stay a lady.
He did keep your head up. He did Brenda's Got a Baby. So you know he had, you know, the side of caring. But at the same time, there are bitches and there are hoes out here. So what makes people think that you can only be one way? You know, he was just riding it straight down the middle. So you hoes, I talk about you hoes sometime. And you women that deserve to be put up to be a queen, I'm gonna talk about you sometime. So it was all gravy. He did what the hell he felt that he needed to do, and I was just keeping it on the common denominator.
Niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now. When these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every time. Every funeral you go to, it's a bitch that was horny the night before. So you need to start checking these bitches, keep your dick in. Niggas need to go back to the OG penitentiary days and start jacking off. Because if you don't, you're going to end up killing each other. We're going to all die. We got to start saying, fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass.
Tupac, now at the top of his game,